Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to my unprocessed life. This week has felt more like a processed life than an unprocessed life. Oh, man, I tell you what, the lack of preparedness on my part for what this week was going to be has turned into quite a cluster as far as trying to eat correctly. It has been a disaster, and it continued to be because I have too many commitments to prepare properly at this point. I should have, in retrospect, what I should have done is I just should have brought food with me. I should have brought my bananas and fruits from the house that were already ripe. I tried to eat some bananas yesterday, and they were so unripe. You forget, once you've started eating ripe fruit, you forget how rough unripe fruit tastes. So I went ahead and tried to have some bananas, and they man, they were just awful because they were still basically green. They didn't have any spots on them, and I was hoping I could power through, but made my mouth kind of feel like alum was in it. Just shrunk up. It was kind of like sour. It was not cool. Not cool at all. So I have bananas waiting to ripen. It's sitting at the office, and I've been pretty much eating vegan food as best possible. I had a vegan pizza last night, so that was good. And for lunch yesterday, I had some red Thai curry with tofu and some spring wraps, non-fried spring rolls that were vegan. So trying to stay as on it as I can, but it's going to be a rough week, and I've just had to come to realize that I'm going to have to do better on my next trip because my commitments don't allow me to get out and go grocery shopping. That's just not going to happen. So next go around it'll be better, but I'll tell you what, I am looking forward to getting back to the house and being able to get back to the routine of the normal foods that I have and so forth. The struggle to eat unprocessed at home is not even a struggle compared to doing it unprepared on the road. And plus, a number of my coworkers up here smoke, and so you may notice I've got some nasally stuff going on. So the secondhand smoke's been really jacking with me quite a bit, and unfortunately it hasn't really gotten any better. My eyes have been watering and so forth. And I used to be a smoker. I was a smoker for 20 years, so I don't really hold any ill will towards people that do that. And part of the problem is also that I put myself in the position to be around them. I've been trying to do that less and less, but sometimes that's hard to do because a lot of times when people are taking breaks and you're not in official capacities, that's when you can learn the most from people, and when you can get people to talk the most, and you can accomplish a lot of things, kind of like business lunches. A lot of times business lunches will accomplish a lot more than just than meetings, because what you're able to do is you're able to kind of everybody sit together and talk as people, as opposed to just coworkers. People are less guarded and so forth. So a lot of times that's a really good way to go. But not ever really at the cost of health. So I've been having to kind of lay back on that particular piece a little bit, but hopefully this will all get cleared up here shortly. It also had another bad effect in that I ended up not being able to sleep real well because of all the congestion. So on top of everything else, it's amazing how quickly all of the how everything can go downhill on you. It really is. It's something else. Anyway, so that's kind of my unprocessed life for today. I don't think I made a second video yesterday, and I'm sorry about that. What happened was that I ended up being in a conference call on my way back from the office, and that's usually when I do my videos, is when I'm on the way into the office or the way back. And in this particular case, on the way back, I had a conference call, and then when I got done with the conference call, I had other calls that I had to make in regards to that call and all those kinds of things. And so eventually what ended up happening was I forgot to make the video. So anyway, so I'll try to make up for it today. I will try to remember to do a second video on my way back from work, although it may not be all that interesting, because it's always a challenge to get everybody to go to lunch. And we got more people coming in, so it's not just my little group of people here. We got a whole bunch of other people coming in that don't know, kind of where I go to eat, kind of thing. So they're all probably going to want to go do barbecue and stuff like that. So I may have to skedaddle out on my own for lunch. So I don't know, there'll be a whole lot to report by the time we get to video for this afternoon, but we'll see how it all pans out and go from there. So what else has been going on? I went back and watched my original video, and last time that I was talking about things that we were going to do, or I was going to do video wise and whatnot, I think I had said that I was thinking about doing different styles of diets and so forth. But I went back and I watched that first video that I made and kind of saw where my brain was at the time, and I realized that I don't really want to try a bunch of different things. I guess the idea originally was to try to unprocess my life, try to eat food that was as close to its unprocessed state as possible. And I've kind of lost sight of that over the last 3 weeks or whatever it's been, 4 weeks. And it's amazing how easy it is to go from I'm trying to have a lifestyle of raw food, unprocessed food as close to nature as possible, to, hey, maybe I want to try some other things too. And so I'm kind of thinking that that's not really what I want to do. I think I really want to kind of go back to the raw food, unprocessed stuff as much as possible. And when I say that, what I mean is that I don't necessarily want to. I'm not convinced that I want to go ahead and do 2 weeks of starch solution and 2 weeks of this or whatever. I think I may want to stay on my original track, which I don't know if it's going to be 100% raw, but it's going to be as unprocessed as possible. So I think what I'm going to try to do is focus a lot more on veggies and fruits, and then some cooked food probably in the evening. So maybe it will look something like this. Breakfast will be some fruits, and then lunch will be some vegetables, and then dinner will be some sort of a low-fat vegan option. And I think that will probably work well for me. We'll see, because losing weight is a component of this, and if I'm not able to do that, then that's going to be a little challenging for me, because I think a lot of times that's where I get depressed on these lifestyles. You're like, okay, I'm eating all the right things, why am I not losing more weight? And even if you know the answer, even if you have clarity of the information, it's still emotionally hard. You're like, well, maybe I should try something different. Maybe if I tweak this or do this or whatever. And so it's hard to do that for the long term, and that's just something that I need to be aware of. So, because it plays into my psyche, it may not be the sole reason that I'm trying to do everything, but it does play in. So it's something to be aware of and to make sure that I pay attention to. Anyway, so that's kind of what's been happening, where I've been going with this, and and my thought processes. And I wanted to share them with you because you know I love spending time with you. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up, and hopefully I'll have some time this afternoon to do my second video of the day like I normally do. But until then, you know where you can find me. You can find me over on Instagram at myunprocessed.life. Of course, you can reach out to me in email, which is myunprocessedlife@gmail.com. Or you can leave some comments down below. Like the video if you like it, share it, talk to your friends, your family, promote it, all that good jazz. I love you. Thank you for spending time with me. It's important to me that you do, and I love spending time with you. I really do. So, until next time, have a great day.